Ordinary just launched hair care. The Ordinary and the INKEYList are skincare brands that like to focus on minimal ingredients and affordable prices and transparency and honesty. And the big question is, would this even work for curly hair? I'm actually very interested to see Curly Chemistry or Mains by Mell. I would love to see their thoughts on this for curly hair, and I'm kind of waiting for them before I, figure out what's going on with this.
Cassandra, you curled, you called, your curls called, your main girl Mel. What's good, everybody? If you don't know me, I am Mains by Mel. I am a curly hair specialist, a professional hairstylist, a studying trichologist, but just a skin enthusiast. I am not a skincare expert. That, however, was Cassandra Bankson, who is a skincare expert, who has talked about the Ordinary products a lot. I actually learned which Ordinary skincare products I should use by watching her channel. Now the Ordinary has come out with hair care, and have no fear because I will try it out for you so we can find out if this is something that you should cop or drop. Is it hot or not? And better yet, how will these compare to the INKEYList hair care? Well, let's find out, shall we? I'm going to be doing a full wash day routine using both the Ordinary and the INKEYList. Now, while the Ordinary just dropped 3 new hair products, the INKEYList is quite ahead of them and has dropped several scalp and hair treatments and products. Some that I have already tried, but alas, I have not reviewed for the YouTube. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put these down safely and gently. There's a lot of these. And we're going to do a whole routine using them. And where it applies, I will still apply side by side. But in general, we're just going to do a full hair care routine using the skincare brands. So without further ado, let's wash these strands. Oh my goodness. I honestly love the pot that the Ordinary is stirring up with this, because the balls, the gall to come out with a 4% sulfate cleanser, knowing full well that the curly hair community, specifically, not this community, but specifically the CGM purists, they must be quaking. They must see sulfates in a cleanser and just immediately know. But for me, who knows how beneficial sulfates are, especially when the sulfate used is sodium lauryl sulfate. Sodium lauryl sulfate tends to be a little harsher, but sodium lauryl sulfate that is used in the Ordinary body and hair cleanser tends to be much more gentle while still hopefully being effective at cleansing. It is formulated to remove skin and scalp buildup. She is thankfully fragrance-free, and it sounds very liquidy. We're going to test it out in just a moment. But before washing, I do want to mention that while the sulfates in here kind of get me excited only because the goal. Besides that, the formula doesn't sound extraordinary at all. And this is really going to be the most basic of the basic. And that's where I would say the Ordinary is kind of coming for the INKEYList hair care. While the INKEYList came out with a few different scalp and hair treatments, none of them were the basics. Using a shampoo/cleanser is a fundamental step in your hair care routine. The INKEYList seems to have come out with products to add to your regular wash routine. So these are their pre-wash treatments. They're both for the scalp. We have the Glycolic Acid Exfoliating Scalp Scrub, as well as the Salicylic Acid Exfoliating Scalp Treatment. Glycolic acid is an AHA, salicylic acid is a BHA. While these are both exfoliating, they will do different things for your scalp. If you saw my last video, I have already been incorporating salicylic acid in another treatment for my scalp, and this is 7 days post-wash, not a flake in sight. Salicylic acid is going to be a great exfoliant for controlling flakes, controlling excess oil and itchiness, and treating overall inflammation and irritation on your scalp while also exfoliating. So this one will be best for oily scalps and if you're dealing with dandruff. But the Glycolic Acid Serum says it's good for everyone to break down the product buildup on your scalp. So I am going to use this as a pre-wash treatment. It is this very watery but silky formula at the same time. You want to apply this directly on your scalp. This doesn't replace our cleanser. This is just going to help to break up our buildup that's on our scalp from both products and just skin. So we're going to be massaging, and in 10 minutes, 10 seconds for you, we're going to jump in the shower and get into this Ordinary review. How ordinary are you? All right, let's do it. Let's get our first impressions of this shampoo and conditioner. Because while this is a cleansing shampoo, let's hope that the conditioner is conditioning enough for me and you. I'm talking to my curly heads here. What will you be able to do? I don't know what that's going to do for me. Very liquidy. I got quite a lot there unintentionally. Wow! Alright, I have officially dropped half of it on the floor. That is very, very runny. Very rude of you. Let's see how this emulsifies in my hands. It's extremely runny. It feels silky. So we're gonna add some water to get it active and emulsifying. I don't feel like I have any product on my hair. Did I drop half of it on the floor? I don't know. I'm gonna take some more. I'm a little confused. Not what I was expecting. Guys, I can't get this to like cleanse. This product is proving to be harder to use than needed. I can't feel any of the emulsifying and the soaping and the cleansing like on my scalp near my roots, but as it rinses down my hair, it does feel cleansed and dry. I'm gonna rinse and then go in with like a double cleanse. Okay, let's go in with some second chances here. I want to apply this like directly onto my scalp because every time I put it in my hand, half of it falls off. That's better. It's better this time around. However, despite it being super liquidy, it doesn't have a lot of spreadability. Like I feel like I need to keep applying more and more so I can cover my whole scalp. It just kind of disappears. It's like it's too lightweight, it's too runny, it's not creamy enough. This is interesting because the products are cheap, the products are super affordable, and again, very basic, which is great if you have a lot of allergies, but I mean, it's not that affordable if you have to buy 3 times as much as you would any other shampoo. Well, I definitely need conditioner, and a good one. So, let's see what this will do for me. Here we go. She is sealed for your protection. Ow! Sorry. Carry on. Believe me, she does appear to be fragrance-free. It doesn't smell like anything. And it does look like a very lightweight conditioner. I'm going to apply generously. I will say, I'm not a fan of these bottles, only because it's very hard plastic. If the product was thicker, it would be impossible to squeeze out of. But it came out easily, so it's fine. Feels silky in the hands. I'm gonna do a little all up in here and massage it into my hair. I hope that will be enough. That was a generous amount of conditioner. Into the thing of it. Oh, I am really enjoying this. This is giving me slip. This is giving me slip. I have to say, I'm quite impressed with this, at least. I'm going to detangle both sides and then we'll take a better look at what's inside. After rinsing, I was pleasantly surprised. Just as an overview of what is inside, do not be fooled when you see these, scientific terms and percentages. It can sound very exciting and make you think that these are like really incredible active ingredients, but Behentrimonium chloride is very basic and is simply a conditioning agent that's going to help prevent the hair from becoming really staticky because it's going to provide a very light coating and conditioning over the hair, which I do feel definitely was lightweight and super simple and seems to feel conditioning enough right now for my hair, which is high porosity, dry, color treated, and of course curly. So I'm going to continue with the routine and I want to move swiftly and then we'll do more of our reviewing at the end. Jumping right into our leave-in stylers for this routine, I have got 2 from the INKEYList, both of which we are going to use to prep our hair. This is the PCA Bond Repair Hair Treatment. And typically when you're applying your hair care products, similar to your skincare products, you want to work from lightweight, so super liquidy and runny, to more thicker products to layer on top, if that is necessary, if your hair is very dry. But let's just take a look at this consistency. She's like water. We're gonna put a couple sprays of this as a hair repair treatment on our mid-lengths and ends. Just gonna lightly brush that through. It does have silicones in it. It has amylodimethicone, which is one of the best silicones for heat protection. So this should help coat and add shine to your hair, while there's also a blend of amino acids and proteins that should help with the strengthening and the repair, as well as a lot of different blends of fancy ingredients that they're using. Thankfully, this is supposed to offer heat protection to the hair as well. And since I will be diffusing as I always do, that is very appealing to me. Is this a typical leave-in, a conditioner? Not quite. Only because it is super, super light. So now if you have fine hair, you're gonna be good here. You're gonna like this. Oh, and you're also gonna like this. I really like this. This is the Peptide Volumizing Hair Treatment from the INKEYList. I filmed a little first impressions on my stories on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, ma'am. This I found actually did help with plumping. Now, peptides. Remember, peptides going to be a big thing this year. We've already been seeing it a lot with K18. These are the building blocks of proteins, but this isn't meant to repair the hair. Also not meant as a scalp elixir, okay? Not like the ordinary multi-peptide serum for hair density, which we'll talk about in a little bit. This is a styling treatment for your strands, and I find that it did help with kind of plumping up the strands and giving a little bit more texture, which is exactly what you need for volume. The only thing I don't like about it is this. It's very liquid and difficult to work with. Not gonna lie. I wish this was also in a spray, but alas, it feels nice and silky, and I'm gonna apply this, where I want to see lots of volume, so through my roots, but also working it through my ends as well. I'm not massaging it into my scalp, I'm just applying it to the hair. Now that those are in, I have one more treatment I want to apply that I wish I could compare, but only one of these is for your hair. The INKEYList has their hyaluronic acid hydrating hair treatment for your hair as a anti-frizz treatment, hydrating to your hair. As much as I would like to compare this to The Ordinary's, this is their new Natural Moisturizing Factors plus HA serum. This is a scalp serum, and look at her. Look how milky and liquidy. Oh my goodness, that is so lightweight. I'm not gonna add this to my hair. I will wait to put it on my scalp, and I will also just let you listen to Cassandra break this down, because she did that in her video way more in depth than I ever could. But anyways, as we can kind of see as we're going through this routine, both of these hair care lines seem to be targeting very different things. On the Ordinary side, we're getting very basic formulas with no frills, no fragrance, and a whole lot of simplicity, mostly focusing on kind of skincare and scalp care and just making sure that it's not irritating. Meanwhile, so far, the INKEYList seems to be doing much more when it comes to innovating and coming out with more hair care. However, they've already been ahead of the game, so I think we'll have to wait for The Ordinary to catch up. And in the meantime, I am going to go ahead and apply this hyaluronic acid serum, which I did shake very well. And you can see this texture is much more like a serum, so it's not as watery. It's got a slight little bit of thickness to it, more like a true serum. And it's gonna be perfect to layer on top of the PCA bond repair, as well as the volumizing peptide treatment. A while back, there was a trend of people putting this on their hair for like 7 days. Like they were just showing what applying hyaluronic acid to their hair would do. And if you watch some of those reviews that people were sharing like on TikTok, everyone was having very different experiences because how your hair reacts to hyaluronic acid is going to vary depending on the climate that you are in. So we always like to kind of lock this in with a cream and an oil. Let's move into styling. Last year, the INKEYList came out with this chia seed curl defining hair cream. This says it can be used on wet or dry hair. You can also use it to refresh. I'm going to take a generous amount in my hand since this really is my only leave-in cream that I will be using. And my hair needs a lot, okay? And if we look at the size of this thing, you don't get that much product here. That's the thing, like the price is reasonable, but she's also reasonable. I don't know, I just wanted to rhyme something. She's small. I'm just saying. Now I'm gonna be styling as I always do, but Cassandra, if you're still watching, maybe follow along like I do. Miss Cassandra has naturally curly hair as well, and every time I see it, I just swoon because it is beautiful. She just doesn't know it. So Cassandra, if you will, let me show you. I am smoothing with my paddle styling brush. This is just my wet detangler brush from Tangle Teaser, but a paddle brush will do, and you'll see a big difference once I smooth products through my hair. Not only is this helping to distribute products thoroughly throughout your hair, but it's also helping to lock in any frizz and flyaways and breakage perhaps that there may be. And when you do this on hair that is wet, this straight-ish brushed looking hair will curl beautifully after you scrunch and squish. Now this could also be a good time to apply gel in your routine, but we don't have that here, and it's going to be really interesting to see how much hold the chia seed cream will have on its own. Chia seeds, if you've ever put them in water, they do create this kind of jelly-like consistency while also being extremely nourishing. Chia seeds are rich in omegas. They're healthy for your insides as well as your outsides. And you'll get a better look at what I mean once I finish styling. I will be back once we are dry. And we're back. Very curly. Look how spirally my hair looks. It has a very light, soft hold. For finishing, we have the Shaya Oil. It is a conditioning oil for post-wash to leave on, and we're gonna use it to kind of seal all of this in and break up any cast that is left from the cream, although there isn't much of that. It is very, very soft. So I'm just gonna take a couple drops. Again, I'm not a fan of the applicator here. The packaging is not for me, but I love this oil for how light it is. Like if you are someone that's afraid of oils or you have low porosity hair, this is one of the lightest oils I've ever used. It is extremely lightweight like water, and it's going to just help to lock in all of that lovely hydration that is in our hair. Now, I am actually about to go to bed, so this is the perfect time to apply our overnight hair treatment serums, and I really want to share how these two compare. These are both brands serum for hair thinning or thickening rather, and I could use them on my scalp, although I am not really struggling with those things and my scalp is dry, so will I be able to tell if these are going to make my scalp greasy? I'm not the best candidate for it, but I do have a guinea pig, so I'm going to bring him in. Come on.
The disrespect.
The disrespect? He is not the guinea pig. He is a warhog.
When I was a young warthog.
When he was a young warthog.
Very nice.
Since Amanda moved out, this is now my Bruther's washroom, and in order for him to get back in here, we need to finish this filming for this evening, and we're gonna put these serums on his scalp. So come on in, Anthony. Say hi, Bruther.
How do you stare in this all day long?
I burnt my retinas. All right, say hi to my brother. Do you recognize this?
The ordinary.
The ordinary.
Hold on, wait, I gotta do it like
Oh,
this.
do the thing.
How do you do it?
Do the thing. You gotta put your hand behind.
We're good.
High five. Good job. Okay. This is the One Ordinary product that actually came out quite a long time ago, and I had him use it for a little while.
Yeah, this one's good. I really like this one. This one's clean.
It doesn't make your scalp too greasy.
No.
He has fine hair, and he washes it quite often because he finds it gets really greasy.
Yeah.
But if you tip it down, it doesn't look greasy at all right now. So I'm going to apply this only on one half of your head. And now we have a separate treatment to try. This is the INKEYList Caffeine Stimulating Scalp Treatment. Now I feel like this product is really trying to come for the Ordinary's Multi-Peptide Density Treatment because they both use caffeine. So on one side we'll go in with the INKEYList. I'm just gonna make sure we give it a good shake. We have not patch tested. You probably should do that. We're just gonna go full throttle and just hope that this doesn't, burn you or anything. Very interesting. So the serum is actually, it's not as watery as some of the other products. It's a little bit more
It doesn't run down
like
my
a
head.
serum. It doesn't run down your head. But we'll just kind of massage that a little bit.
I mean, the nozzle is easier, I guess, to use than the droplet.
I mean, I would agree that I like these types of products on scalp care.
Yeah, you're applying it directly to the scalp.
You can apply it directly to the scalp. Are we feeling any tingling or burning sensations?
No.
Well, that's very good. Then there's the Ordinaries. This one has a much more watery texture, and this one will drip. It's definitely messier to apply, unfortunately. But this one has been around for a while now, and there are many, many people that swear by it. There's a lot of interesting technology in here that has shown to actually work and be effective for many, many people. I wish we could say how it worked for you, except you're not consistent with any of the treatments that I give you. For what? Why do I even bother?
The Ordinary definitely feels greasier.
Really?
Feels like oily. This one feels more just like an actual serum. This one feels just like an oil.
Well, let's see how they soak in. These are both overnight treatments. We will check back in with you to see how you do. Thank you. Let me just put my scalp serum on, and then I swear you can get your washroom back.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you, sir. You are being the best sport. I don't know what's gotten into him today, but
I'm tired.
this is amazing. Would someone with an oilier scalp want to use this new Natural Moisturizing Factors Plus HA serum from The Ordinary? Cassandra broke down the ingredients beautifully in her video, but as per the box, it does say that it targets dryness. So I am excited for this. I'm gonna take my droplets and you apply it to your clean, dry scalp. So I'm going to apply directly, especially in my parting because it's exposed more than the rest of my hair. And I'm ready for bed. So I'm going to cover all of this because I do not like my hair care touching my pillowcase and affecting my skincare. You will see how this goes over the next few days as I document this process and then give my final thoughts and review at the end of this video. But take a pause right now to comment below how many days you think I'm gonna be able to go without any scalp irritation and itching, and if you think my hair is going to stay nice and moisturized. It is still winter where I am. The weather is below 0 degrees Celsius. And most importantly, I do not want it to snow. I'm back with a day 2 update, and so is he. Come in here. Last night you rushed me. Yes, sir. He rushed me so that we didn't really get to talk about the volumizing that I was mentioning from the peptide volumizing treatment. But now you can see the day 2 appreciation. She's definitely big. We're gonna just move into scalp. We have our sir here. Tell us what you think. Should I raise this for you? I should probably raise this for you.
Yeah, it's a little small. Hello there.
There is a residue on his hair from the INKEYList side, their caffeine stimulating booster, like it's flaky. That could just be a reaction to how it was with the dry shampoo. And if there wasn't already product in his hair, then I would say that this side would be much greasier. So the Ordinary does leave your hair a little bit greasy, but neither side is perfect. Shall we continue testing? But I think we need to go in with a clean slate and do this side by side one more time when there's no dry shampoo in your hair. Exploit your siblings. Exploit your siblings. I brought your hair into this world and I am not afraid to take it out. See, the problem is this one is very runny and I do find it difficult to apply to yourself.
This one sucks.
You heard it here first. This one sucks. Okay, I'm back on day 5. Now, I definitely need to do some refreshing today because there's been a lot going on. And so this is what we're looking like. And it does look very curly and voluminous, but also a little bit dry and frizzy. And I have not reapplied any oils or serums since our wash day, so no products have been added here. But let's apply the hyaluronic acid hydrating hair treatment because this can go on both wet hair like we did when we first styled and also dry hair to refresh. Now, it sounds very interesting. You want to shake it well and hope for the best because this is a frizz control serum, which I could use right now. It says to pour into the palm of your hand, massage hands together, and work through wet or dry hair. Apply enough to thinly coat all of your hair. Leave on. Style as usual. Okay, I'm going to let that absorb and finish air drying while I get ready. Okay, look, it's a Beyonce day. The hair is shaping up. Let's finish up with some more of the Shea Oil. This is gonna help to add that shine and that softening. I really just dislike how liquidy this is. I do prefer more of a serum. Something that's a little bit more thicker, silicone-y. It just works better for my high porosity hair, but I digress. We're working with what we got and we're putting these products to the test. Okay, so there she goes. She definitely looks refreshed. The only complaint that I have with all of these products being fragrance free is that my hair just smells like the outside and not masked by anything pleasant smelling. So I'm just gonna add a hair perfume. This is the Eva NYC hair fragrance. It's really pretty. It's like sweet, floral, warm musk. It's delicious. And we'll see how long that hair refresh brings me until my next wash day where I will give my final thoughts on this whole routine as well as my recommendations. The next morning, half of his head with the INKEYList side felt a little bit crispy. It didn't look as flaky as it did the first time when he had a lot of dry shampoo and powder products in his hair, but you could definitely tell that there was some product in there, but at least it didn't look greasy. The Ordinary side did look a little bit oily. It didn't look too bad, but it definitely was a little bit greasy. I guess we could try to apply less product next time, but I don't see how you could apply thoroughly all over your scalp if you're doing that. Honestly, neither option seems perfect application-wise, but I think we could say that the INKEYList was easier to use and wasn't as noticeable on the hair and scalp the next day. How will this work long term? I can't say right now, but I know that the Ordinary has worked really well for a lot of people long term. So now, is this a dupe for Curlsmith? Some of you have noticed that the Ordinary's Multi-Peptide Serum for hair density has a very similar formulation to the Curlsmith Full Length Density Elixir. But really what's happening here is The Ordinary and Curlsmith are licensing a trademark ingredient formulation, or blend you could say, of specialized ingredients that a separate third-party company has come up with and lends out to other brands. And yes, these two serums happen to be using that exact blend of products. This is The Ordinary's and this is Curlsmith's. They both have that super watery serum consistency, are very lightweight. However, two main differences that I would point out is that the Curlsmith Full Length Density Elixir doesn't feel as greasy to me. It doesn't leave as much of an emollient feel on my skin after applying. And The Ordinary's formula has the addition of that 2% caffeine solution. There are some studies that have shown that caffeine can help block or at least suppress the production of DHT, which is a hormone that causes hair loss in male follicles. So that is a pretty good benefit that The Ordinary's formula has on top of Curlsmith, plus this bottle is about half the price. Either way, there is some very interesting technology that is behind these two products, and the clinical trials done as well as the reviews that people have made on these products have provided good evidence that they do what they say. That's all I can say though. I would have to continue using. We did make it to the end of the week, and if we take a good look here, does it look good? I'm gonna be honest, it's not the best my hair has ever looked. It doesn't look as defined and as shiny, and it doesn't feel as soft as other routines I have done, but the curls were popping, the volume is there, and it doesn't look bad. It does look pretty good. So let's quickly recap the routine and talk about the products, my recommendations, and finish things because I'm ready to wash once again. Not that my scalp is itchy, my scalp actually feels really nice. I do think that the Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Factors plus HA Hydrating Scalp Serum worked really well. This was that really milky white serum that I applied on my scalp that's best for dry scalps. And I do feel like it kept my scalp conditioned. I didn't get really itchy or flaky either. So I really like that. If you have medium to high density, I think you'll be able to use this and you won't feel like your hair and scalp is feeling weighed down or greasy. It is very lightweight and hydrating. Just beware that it is very, very runny. When it came down to my exfoliating, as we saw, I used the Glycolic Acid Exfoliating Scalp Scrub, which is not a scrub, it's more of just a serum. I had to use that before shampooing, which we'll talk about in a minute. An alternative being the Salicylic Acid Exfoliating Scalp Treatment, which I've also tested and used. I'm not going to sit here and acclaim all of my lack of flakes to the Glycolic Acid Serum because I have been regularly exfoliating my scalp and taking care of my scalp skin. But I think that these two are great supplements to your current hair care routine to use before washing, or with the Salicylic Acid treatment, you can actually boost your shampoo or conditioner by putting a couple drops of this into your shampoo, making a little cocktail and shampooing that way, which is great. So you don't necessarily have to buy all new scalp care shampoo products. And this step is definitely recommended if you're, sorry, my hair is ridiculous. If you're experiencing oily scalp, buildup on your scalp, scalp acne. So these two pre-shampoo treatments are a yes. The shampoo from The Ordinary is a no. It's gonna be a no for me, unfortunately. Not that it wasn't cleansing, but it was not user-friendly. As we saw in the shower, this formula is super runny. It's very difficult to work with, to massage into your scalp. And once I finally got the hair clean, it did feel a little bit dry. I would not consider this curly hair friendly, and it's not because it has 4% sulfate, which is sodium lauryl sulfate, but just because I don't feel like it's a magnificently formulated cleanser, unfortunately. You can have sulfates in your shampoo and have it be balanced by other wonderful ingredients in a shampoo formula to balance out dryness and add more to your hair. This just seems, again, very basic, which is what they were going for. And unless you have an allergy and you're very sensitive and you're looking for the most basic formulation, it's not going to be for you. There is someone it's for. Do I think it's you? It's not me. It's not me. However, I would recommend the conditioner. If you are looking to try a conditioner that is fragrance-free, I think this did a nice job with detangling and conditioning my hair. It definitely isn't as rich as, let's say, using a deep conditioner or even just any conditioner that's marketed towards curly hair that is much more richer with oils and butters. This definitely feels like a more lightweight formula. This doesn't really coat the strands as much as I would like for my high porosity hair, which if you also have and you're going to be using this conditioner, you want to account for the, I don't want to say lack of moisture, but the lack of moisture in this conditioner with your styling routine. So make sure that you're applying nice creams. Other than that, I did like this. I think that's all of The Ordinary products in this review. I'm sure that The Ordinary is going to come out with more products, and I'm happy to do another review as they continue to expand their line. But let's further move into the hair and how the INKEYList did with styling. First up, the PCA Bond Repair Hair Treatment. Their 10% Grand Repair Power Bomb technology is what is supposed to be strengthening and repairing your damage. Now, I would have to use this for a lot longer and continue trying it out to see how well it does with repairing the hair long term. But what interests me most about this technology and this formula is the 2% Cortisone, which helps to protect hair from thermal damage and prevents cuticle cracking and splitting from heat and blow drying. So this, if anything, may repair your hair a little bit. It's got amino acids, but most importantly, it's going to protect your hair from heat. It's going to help prolong your hair color because it's got amidimethicone, which is an excellent and very lightweight silicone, as well as dimethicone and other silicones in here, which are going to help with protecting your hair from heat, adding a little bit of shine, adding some slip to your hair. But it is truly a super lightweight formula. So I think this can go around. Everyone can use it. Even if you have super fine hair that's easily weighed down, I would recommend this product to you especially. This one gets a yes from me. Of course, I supplemented this hair routine with the hyaluronic acid hydrating hair treatment. I had also used this to refresh. I don't think it's the best, especially if you're using it on its own. It's another one of those products that can be supplementary to your hair routine, but a lot of the beneficial ingredients in here, like the moisture-loving hyaluronic acid, castor oil, betaine, panthenol. They're found in a lot of other stylers that also offer more emollient benefits to the hair. This one is really just whatever to me. But let's talk about curling. In my opinion, the Chia Seed Curl Defining Cream is a good hairstyling cream. It's simple to use. You just need the one product. It'll still give you light hold, curl definition. It's nourishing to the hair. My biggest problem with it is the size of the bottle. These products are great and affordable, but if you're only getting a couple uses out of it, then it's not really as affordable, you know? I think I've used this 2, maybe 3 times, and the bottle is probably over halfway done. If I paired it with other products in my stash, I think I can get more out of it. I would use it again, but on its own, it's not my hair's only friend. We're more of like a curl group, a curly gang, and this on its own as a one styling cream isn't going to be enough for me. But I do like it, and I would still recommend it if you don't like using a lot of products in your hair. You don't need a lot of products. And if you are still looking for a more affordable and fragrance-free product. But the final product to talk about was the Shea Oil Nourishing Hair Treatment Conditioning Oil. I used it to finish my hair. Jojoba oil is also in this formula, which is very skin friendly. So it feels nice, very lightweight, even on your skin. As we saw, it is super, super lightweight. It's just not serum-y enough for me. I like a little bit more thickness, a little bit more coating with my oil treatments to both seal my hair and to refresh my hair to continue adding shine and protection from the outside. So when my hair was feeling really dry and rough and lacking shine, this wasn't doing it for me. But another product that wasn't my fave. Oh, my fave! We almost forgot my fave! Where did she go? Oh, it's because it's in the other room. Hold on. But of course, my favorite hair product that I would recommend the most out of this whole routine is the Peptide Volumizing Hair Treatment from the INKEYList. Completely ignoring the cons of it being super liquidy and just slightly hard to work with, I'm going to be requesting a spray. INKEYList, a spray would be great. But besides that, it is great. I love this treatment, which of course is built on peptides. It's got amino acids. It's going to be strengthening. It's nourishing. But most importantly, it is volumizing. The only other thing to mention is there are proteins in this product. So if you have low porosity, coarse hair, be aware that maybe it might not agree with you, but I think it's definitely worth trying out. And as we can tell, it really did work here. It is effective and affordable. As a whole, I think that this routine is best used as a supplementary to your current hair routine. At this point, I can't say that either brand has come out with a complete hair routine, obviously, but I think there's much more to be seen here. I could not have predicted that the skincare brands would be focusing more on hair care trends, but now I am expecting to see a lot more from them. So I will be here predicting what we will see next. You know what I think we're gonna see next? I will save it for the next video. But now that you've heard my thoughts, let me know which products that you may be getting. All links will be in the description below. I want to thank Cassandra for prompting me to create this video. I hope that you found it helpful, and I will see you in the next video. This has been your main girl, Mel, and I am out. Peace. What's good, everybody? That was Cassandra Bonkson. She is Bonkson or Bankson? Cassandra Bankson. She's got money in the bank, son. Or Bonkson. I don't know what to say for that. I'm gonna double check. I gotta fact check. I'm embarrassing myself. It's embarrassing. I literally have watched so many of her videos.
My name is Cassandra Bankson.
Bankson! She got that bank, son. The ordinary ain't no ordinary, ain't no ordinary hair care. You've probably used them for your skin care, and now it's your hair care. I'm just warming up. Did she just tap me in? Because I'm in, and I'm down, and I'm around. I'm so weird. I'm not weird. You're just scared. Shut up, Mel. Let's see. Hot! Why is everyone burned? Into the thick of it.
Am I in it? Oh, hello.
Are you Made by Mel's brother?
I see every freaking pore on my nose.
No, the ring light makes you look like a supermodel. All right, say hi to my brother.
Holy, you're pale.
Now, enough disrespect from you. You're being a lot less camera shy than I thought you would be.
I just want my washroom back.
Amanda, can you believe we just got him on camera? You can go use my skincare in my washroom now, okay? I'll be done. I'll be done by the time you get back. This is the disaster that he saw, and he's like, "Aren't you kidding me?" We should first share a little talking about little. You know what? It's giving what, alfalfa?
Stop what you're doing.
Come on.
Oh my god, it's disgusting.
It's giving... Get out! And we'll see you later.